Welcome to Federal Hiring Advice, where I guide you through the hiring process. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and like this video and share with anyone that could benefit. If you need one-on-one assistance, visit the website at www.federalhiringadvice.com. I also just published the book Federal Hiring Advice, Your Guide to Government Jobs, where I give you a behind-the-scenes look of the entire hiring process with tips on how to clear each step. The link to the book is in the description below. Thank you for watching, and now to the message. So this video is about how to find virtual or remote jobs on USAjobs. And right now there are more opportunities than ever before. I mean, who wouldn't want to sit at home in their jammies and play on the computer all day? I know I've personally been working remote for years now and can never go back to an office setting. To find these positions, you just need to use a few keywords in your search and be able to read and interpret the announcement. Stay to the end of the video for a demonstration on how to identify virtual and remote positions on USAjobs. So to find virtual remote positions on USAjobs, you're going to want to use the keyword search function. You're going to use 3 different keywords: virtual, remote, and location negotiable. So these will be 3 independent searches. You can't do them all at the same time. But what they'll do is they'll pull up positions that have those keywords within the job announcement. They may not automatically be virtual or remote positions, but when you open the job announcement, you'll be able to tell. Some positions say virtual, not authorized, so that's why they would show in the keyword search, but still not be virtual positions. To start the searches, we're going to go to the keyword box, and we're going to go just down the list from the keywords that we covered before. So virtual, and enter. And when you do that, we'll just select everything, even though you could narrow down the hiring paths, the salary, the series, and everything. We'll just go ahead and leave it open to everything for this demonstration. And then I would always look for close dates so that you could see what's available and what's going to be closing soon. So as you're looking through these positions, you can figure out which positions might be interesting to you. So maybe this program support assistant. As you look through here, what you're looking is, one, the location of the position, and then certain agencies just come out and list this is not a virtual position. That's why we discussed that you have to read the announcement so that you can determine that even if the keyword's in there, that the position will be virtual. So this one's not. You can go back to the list. So we'll try another position. This position, let's scroll down, is location negotiable under our virtual keyword search. But when we scroll down, this one seems to be a little confusing. It says not a virtual position, but it is a 100% remote telework, may be authorized for highly qualified candidates. That's the language that's always going to be included when it's available. It's going to be may be authorized for highly qualified candidates. This just allows them the out if needed to not offer it to someone that maybe just minimally qualified or that they'd rather have work on station for a little bit. So this position, looking at it, even though it says virtual, not virtual, it says 100% remote. And there is a difference between virtual and remote. We didn't cover it previously in the video because it's not used properly. But virtual means working 100% maybe away from your office that you support, but in some other kind of government space. Remote is working 100% from your house. See, now that we've found a virtual position, let's look at the keyword remote to see what else is out there. Okay, now as we scroll down, we'll look at a few positions here. When you're using keywords like remote, it's not going to be as clear often if they are actually remote. So this one doesn't have any details, so we'll go to the next one. Here's one that okay, location negotiable again. And then as we scroll down, this one's pretty plain. This is a remote position, so this would be one that you could apply to. And then our third keyword was location negotiable. And when you use this keyword, this one is the most common to absolute virtual positions, and it's a little bit different. So this position itself doesn't show, it says telework no, and it has a specific location. So that right there is not the best indicator of it being a virtual position. So this is what you'll also find in location negotiable, is when there are multiple locations available and you would end up being able to choose once selected. That's also not an indicator of being virtual or remote. Okay, so this position, the program analyst, it says location negotiable, and it does not offer any other locations. That is one of the key things that you're going to look for using this keyword, is that if there's not any specific locations listed, it's a high probability that it will be a remote position, even when some of the other indicators aren't correct, like this telework eligible saying no. And we can always scroll down. Yep, 100% virtual, location negotiable after selection. That just means that it is virtual, and the location will be where you live, and that's how your pay will be set up as well. So you get paid for where you live and not where you work. So to summarize how to find virtual and remote positions on USAjobs, we've narrowed it down to 3 different keywords to search for. One is virtual, then remote, then location negotiable. And as we did in the demonstration, it's not enough just to use the keywords and just go by every position that's there. You'll need to open the individual announcement you're interested in and look for some other indicators. So some announcements were black and white. They said virtual yes, remote yes. Some of them said virtual no and remote no. Those are black and white, easy to understand. The location negotiable ones were a little bit more difficult. If it says location negotiable and lists multiple locations, good chance that it's not remote, that you just have to pick one of the locations once selected. If it says location negotiable and there are no other locations, then that is a good indicator that it is a remote or virtual position. So thank you for watching this video. I hope that it helped, and be sure to check out some of our other content.